Yo, welcome to another session. Oh, what was that? Yo, welcome to another edition of the Speaker Geeker podcast. Yo, check this out. This week, we got a special guest. Not only do we have a special guest, yo, I know y'all done heard me say we formed like Voltron when all three of us is on here.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Technically, we got an honorary member because we got not only do we have us three,
right?
We have both members of Acronym Music in the building. Yo, look here. This ain't Voltron. Forget that. Throw that out the window. Right now, we I was finna say Captain Planet, but forget him too. Throw him out the window. Right now, Power Rangers in here. The Green Ranger has just joined. We are now forming the Megazord. Blah, 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 blah. Right. We over here. Let's go. So, hey, we are live today, man. We got a special episode today. I know last week, look, don't adjust your radios or wherever you're listening to the podcast at, because yes, last week we talked about J. Cole, and yes, we talking about J. Cole again.
Yes, sir.
Because this is a J. Cole 2-part week, whatever you want to call it. J. Cole just dropped a brand new album, spanking, banging, and we finna review it today. We finna have some good discussion on it. Not only that, we are going to always bring y'all favorite segments, what's in your speakers, and the news. So, without further ado, I like to say it kind of like that. I wish I had like a British accent. I think it'd be really cool. Without further ado, but I can't do it really. Let's get it cracking and let's get going. So if you are like watching us on YouTube, please, there's a little bell there. It's very easy to do. Just subscribe, hit it. It'll turn red. Yeah. If it's gray, then you ain't done it right. So hit it and it'll turn red. If you are listeners on Apple, Spotify, whatever, it's a little subscription thing there. Hit it. Yeah. And then you can get all of our stuff. So let's get to it, man. How's y'all weeks been?
Week's been great.
Super good. It's been really good.
Tommy's response was, I don't know what he got going on. He was like, it's great. Like, it was like some evildoer stuff going on over there.
No, man, I've been watching cartoons all week, bro. So I've been happy, man. Static Shock is a new one that I've been watching lately.
Okay.
I've been watching superheroes.
Man,
Static Shock.
Right.
Good week.
Right. So
ain't nothing wrong with that. My daughter's gotten into this cartoon called Bluey, so I've been watching that most of the week. It takes over the TV while I'm working during the day, but it's all good because that's fine. And then I watch wrestling. Watch wrestling.
The SEC championships too, man. I've been on that. The track and field championships was this past weekend, so. I can't wait to the NCAAs, man. Look like the SEC finna take over.
Gotcha.
Tennessee got anybody in the chat?
No. Damn. No, Tennessee, I think I don't think we have anybody. Like I want to say one person may have made it, but nope. Damn, Tennessee fell off big time once Christian Coleman left. Mm-hmm. I'm so surprised that Justin Gatlin is still actually competing. It's crazy.
That might have been around for a long time. Right.
Yes, he was in the Olympics in 2004.
Yeah, like that might
and then got he got suspended for like 4 or 5 years. Like he got suspended for like I think 2 Olympics. Yeah, and came back and dominated. I was like, who does that?
You know?
Right, exactly. Man. But no, man, it's been all good and stuff. So
yeah, that's what's up, man.
About that.
I know I've been absent for a couple of weeks, man. Y'all
man.
Calling my name and ain't nobody been saying prison and shit. But I appreciate y'all niggas holding it down. Like for real. But a real nigga is back in full effect. I done brought my nigga with me. We in this joint. For sure. Acronym is back again. Fuck you, man.
This is the first
building. Yeah, this the first week back. But last like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been absent as fuck, bro.
Okay.
I had shit to do, man. I had shit to do. I was in Memphis, and then last week I just had some shit to do. So I was like, man, y'all hold it down. But no, I had to come back for this shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I reached out for this shit. I said, y'all review the CD, bro. I'm putting in an application. I got to come up there. It's been anyway. I had to come talk to y'all anyway.
Yeah.
There you go.
I hadn't been excited about an album in a long time, and I think this one really did it for me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been like amazing. Like it was like an amazing Friday. Like the Friday, I think one of my homies said it best. He felt like we was back in like 2000, like 04, 05, 06 with, you had Nicki who dropped. Well, she finally put Beam Me Up Scotty on Apple Music, so no more YouTube trying to find that. And then dropped a song called I don't want to call it. Yeah. I almost said So Green, but yeah. That record is crazy. With Wayne, Nicki, and Drake. And then on top of that, you got Cole coming in with a fire album. Yeah. And then I know the Migos went around that time, but we got the whole version of Straightening, which is a banger. And then you just got more and more stuff. It was ridiculous this weekend. So
yeah, man, while we talking about music and shit, we're gonna run through the whole what's in your speakers before we even start the segment and shit. But yeah, I'm jumping off, man. Like you said, all of that shit came out. We'll get back to that in a second. One of the things I was listening to this past week, because I don't normally do this, but I went to like the Apple Music playlists to just kind of see what kind of playlists that they had. They got one that's called like alternative rap. It's just called alt rap. And so I listened to that just because I wanted to hear like some niggas I ain't never heard before. I want to hear some niggas rap that I ain't never heard before. So that was kind of cool to check out. I don't really got no standouts right now to be like, this is a suggestion, go listen to this nigga specifically, but check out that playlist definitely. Another playlist that I listened to was Future Beats. Most of it is a lot of like instrumental type music, but then you do run into some songs that's actual songs. So like for instance, I know I sent to y'all earlier last week, song called Crazy Down. I don't know how you pronounce the name. I don't know if it's Leia or Maya, but that's a fire song. That's all I got to say. That motherfucker
was that the girl you was talking about? It sound like Missy Elliott or Missy was in it? Yeah. That
shit crazy. The sample in it is from a Missy and Beyonce song.
Yeah.
Crazy Feelings, I think. But that shit bumping, bro.
It also sample the Brandy, I Want to Be Down to.
Yeah. Definitely that too as well. Cause she do start off with that I Want to Be Down shit. That shit bumping, bro. But yeah, outside of that, of course, nigga, the off season, nigga. The off season, nigga. I'm talking about this shit too easy for me now. Nigga, Coleman going plat since back when CDs was around. And then we're gonna get back into some more shit later, because the next couple parts is important. We're gonna get to that later. I always be talking about that shit. I always be talking about them 30 song albums and shit. So we're gonna get into that today. I stay on that shit.
Yeah.
But bro, we're gonna kick it over to the second half of acronym motherfucking music in this bitch. Derek, what you been on this week, bro?
Man, outside of staying out the way, I actually just got back yesterday, went to Arkansas. My brother's wife had a little surprise birthday party, so I kicked it all down there this weekend. That was pretty cool. Just, man, sometimes you just gotta get away, even if it's 2.5 hours away from where you at. You just gotta get out your city for a minute. Get some new environment around you, man. Like, that was just important. And then it was so dope, I ain't even go to work today. So I've been chilling all day today. The weekend completely bled over into my Monday. So I ain't been to work today. So I've been relaxing, well rested. I was excited. As he said 6:30. I was ready at 6:30. And he said 8. And then I was trying to get my computer straight. I was like, okay, I was not ready. But I'm in this joint now though, so
yeah, man. When you went on the trip and shit, what y'all listen to, man? I know you said you was gonna play the shit out of that off season for Aaron days.
I did, but bro, to be real with you, bro, we be riding and talking a lot. And as the trip go on, she'll throw some music on, and it was just kind of like shuffle. So it ain't a whole lot, just great stuff that stand out. I mean, it's good music, but it ain't a whole lot that stood out. A little Chris Brown here, a little woman I never heard of there. You know, I ain't DJing, so you know how it is when your girl DJ. You fix to hear some stuff you ain't never heard before. R&B. It'd be cool though, but like you sent me the Crazy Down song. Like I was like, bro, this joint needs to be a little bit longer. I'd be happy.
Man, that's the only problem I got.
And I also know I gotta shout out Travis too, because Travis sent us that song. Hold on, I forgot dude's name. Travis sent us Seeker, I guess it's Psycho P, that Tampa song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I listened to that, and that was kind of dope, but it's good ride music, man, or good just chilling music.
Yeah, I saw that John on the video, because that man got that big boy truck in there. I was like, this nigga right here with the big monster truck.
Yeah, but it's a nice little song though, man. It's funny, dude. Dude kind of funny. You can tell he one of them like the new age rapper, but it's a cool song. It's still something to ride to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right then, that's what's up. Before we get to Steve's long ass list, tell me what you been on this past week, man. What you been listening to, man?
Man, Boston, George, and Diego. Steve put me on that. Yeah, Steve put me on that one. What is this? Wait on Me by Larry June. This song came out, I think, Friday.
I gotta check that out.
Big Stepper, Smoke Dizza, West Side Gun, and Currency.
I gotta check that shit out.
Let's see. Like, it's crazy where I set it up. Like, I did all the singles first.
Yeah.
So I can go on and get that stuff out the way.
They might already knew what was up.
Right.
He was like, if I don't listen to these songs now, they may not get
They're not going to get played at all. They're not going to get played. White Teeth, Young Boy Never Broke Again. Drama, Light Skin Keisha. I don't even remember that song. It was straight, but I just don't remember it. Sade by D Smoke. That was super cool. I like that. T-Pain and Kalani.
Yeah, I listened to that junk too. That junk is pretty good.
That junk took me back 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Chilling, man. I didn't listen to the whole Beam Me Up Scotty because I was like, it was a mixtape from back in the day. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I just listened to the new songs. And then the off season, man, J. Cole. And that's pretty much it. Like, I didn't listen to anything else other than that.
Man, after you put that shit on, it was like, damn, I'm good.
Nigga, we sat in the car, man, literally did, and listened to it. Like, didn't have nowhere to go. She was just like, she had never been in my car. And so, yeah, like, I don't have a car seat in my car, so it's like we always take her mom's car. So she sat in my car, she started fiddle-faddling with stuff, so I just put that on. We just kicked it in the car for a little minute.
Yeah, it's a dope dad moment.
Yeah.
And you introduce us to some dope music too. So.
Right, that's it.
There you go. Man, all right, without further ado.
All right, let me get my page together, man.
This list out. This man right here.
Time for the scrolls.
Steve, scroll of the week.
All right, man. All right. Yo, so first off, I listened to all those singles that Tommy T just talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them. So I'm just gonna say that. That way we don't have to worry about naming that. I did listen to a new track from one of my homies from Chattanooga. His name King 80. He got a song called My City, man. I like that track. It's different from like a lot of stuff that he's done before, and he specifically sent that to me, and I enjoyed it. And I know I shared it in the Slack, so y'all get a chance, check that out. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. If y'all can, I don't know if he has it up everywhere, but I dig it. Also, there was a track, man. There was a track that I ended up coming across by mistake. And the reason why I say that is because normally I don't go and listen to like the Beats One stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I just don't. Sometimes I just
that's on Apple, right?
Yeah, on Apple, the little radio kind of stations, the little channels they have, and I just happened to come across one of them, and I was like, man, because I kind of got tired of listening to albums, so I was like, all right, I just want to listen to something kind of different, where it's gonna be a lot of variety of music. Yeah. So I end up finding a Radio Clue with IDK, and one of the songs that came on. Well, let me see. It's either Radio. Yeah, it is Radio Clue with IDK. So one of the songs that ended up coming on was this song called "Beating Down Your Block" by Mona Leo. Mona Leo. I hope I'm not messing up her name. And it says, I guess it released this year, 2021. But when it came on, dog, I just felt like she was just spitting. And I had never heard or knew who she was. And I was just like, yo, whoa, who is this? So I know I shared it in the Slack because I want to see what everybody's thoughts was. But I don't know why, but I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to more of her. She sounded like she's from Texas. And she was just going in. And I was like, who is this chick? I've never heard of her. So shouts to her. And yeah, that was a new one for me this week. So off on the album tip, me and G talk about this album a lot. And we just like it. And I think I still don't know how to pronounce his name. But Blist, it's BLX.
It's just Blast. It's Blast.
It's Blast?
Yeah, it's Blast, bro.
Yo, he got a... well, whatever.
The X is just in the place of the A.
Gotcha. Okay, see?
Oh, that man just cool. Okay.
Yeah, right. No, that nigga is cool, though.
Yeah, he really is. And, like, I find myself, like, just going back to this album, like, out of the blue. And I was like, man, I haven't heard that in a while. And I went back to it, and man, I just listened to it. And then I started going to find his videos. And then I started really listening to the record. I was like, yo, this man right here. I really dig him. I really like him. And man, I'm ready to see what else he got coming. From there, let's see. I wonder if it's gonna let me see the tracks here, because I might have to go through a couple singles. From there, of course, Straightening. All right, if it's one song that I've been playing consecutively, it's Straightening with the Migos. Yeah. It's just hard, and they just going in on it.
Their album come out in June too.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Absolutely. Straightening. Huh? What'd you say?
No, I was wondering where they went.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to him on the record. He said, hey, ain't nothing been taken. Just a little bit straightening. And I was like, all right, okay. So, man, I'm happy to see the Migos back, man. It's just, man, I know they was going through something for a minute, and I don't know if the rumors were true about them trying to get off QC, but look like everything's been straightened out.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put that there. That wasn't on cue, but I guess it was. Also, Rap Star with Polo G. I've been coming across that a lot. Emergency with 21 Savage. I like the record, but it's just cool. It's just solid. Nice solid record. His and Hers, Gunna, Internet Money, Don Tolliver, and Lil Uzi. I really like that record. It's hard. I do really, really dig it. And of course, Moonwalking in Calabasas, that's just one of my go-tos. It's just good. It's just good. So from there, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about singles too much, but back to the albums. Sorry, guys. Back to the albums. J. Cole. J. Cole, more J. Cole. I did listen to the whole T Grizzly. Built for Whatever. It's hard.
Yeah.
Look, it's hard. I really enjoy it. And I did listen to the Quando Rondo. I really like that. Still taking risks. I really like that album as well. And yeah, that's it. Other than that, it was cold, and more cold, and more cold. And then, okay, this the last of it. Yo, I figured out Tommy T is not the only person that didn't know that Candy was about cocaine.
Thank you.
So I've been going through listening to the words. My wife was like, yeah, I really didn't know that. And then my homeboy Fabe, he was like, yo, I had no clue it was about cocaine.
Nope.
Y'all talking about tastes like candy?
Yeah.
I gotta go listen to the goddamn.
Okay, no.
Once you really listen to it, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness. And then also,
I think it's because it's just sexualized. Because wait, they always show a girl when they play that song.
But it's the same effect that like back then they did a lot of songs like that. Like Mary Jane. I didn't know what Mary Jane was until like later in high school, but I never paid attention that he was talking about weed and not a female. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like back then they did a lot of stuff hidden in plain sight.
Oh, absolutely.
But Cameo Jump, man, that's a
once you actually listen to it and read the words, you're gonna be like, oh, because if the first sign is he said it tastes like candy. He doesn't say that it's candy at all. And he said you can feel it when you walk. And there's a line where he said, my eyes rolling in the back of my head. I was like, yep, that's it. And now I got another one for you because we kind of got off on a tangent. Mm-hmm. Electric Slide.
Oh,
yeah.
That was one that I didn't know.
I didn't know that until I saw it on like a meme or some shit.
Yeah. So I looked that one up. It's an interview about it. But
for people that don't know, the Electric Slide is about a vibrator.
That's ridiculous.
Right? It's crazy. Bro, it's crazy the wordplay, man, and it did its job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the Electric Slide, just still stand on that tangent. The Electric Slide has become a black family gathering classic. Mm-hmm. And it's talking about a vibrator. So, everything you do the Electric Slide everywhere, man.
Everywhere, bro.
Everywhere. Kids do it too.
Right, exactly.
They taught me how to do the Electric Slide at school in like the 5th grade, bro. Like,
I think I was on a church retreat. We played Electric Slide, and we did the Electric Slide. And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of news for you. So I guess now we can. I guess now we can jump into the news.
I guess so. That's too funny, man. Way too funny, man. First thing I'm gonna bring up is that this week the CDC announced that they are changing the requirements for masks. So it's funny to me because we talked about it in the Slack. When they was talking about, I brought it up at my job. My job had changed their requirements too, and like how people are now. We're going on this honor system. So, the article that was right. The funny part about the honor system is in the Slack in the group, we all had the same sentiment about the honor system. Everybody thought the same
bullshit,
right?
Yeah,
but so you got Walmart, Costco, a couple more stores too that are basically stopping the mask mandate. The mask has been such a big thing, which I don't understand at all. Just just buy a mask that's comfortable and wear it. But it's been a big thing about it throughout this whole pandemic. I don't want to wear mask. I can't breathe, and it's this, it's that, it's this and that. But now we've been put in a situation to where people can be discriminated against for wearing masks. And not discriminated against as far as like, we're not going to serve you, but I don't want to say discriminated, harassed even more now, just because you come into a situation where some people don't feel comfortable not wearing a mask in public because like you may be vaccinated, but then somebody else may not be vaccinated. And the comfortability of now I've been wearing this mask for like a year now, and all of a sudden I'm not just gonna be out willy-nilly without my mask on, you know? So my question to you guys, Are you like how do you guys feel about this whole mask mandate, and when do you guys think it'll be comfortable, or do you even think that we're gonna be completely away from masks?
I think it's gonna be a transition for some, and for some others, they're just gonna throw them in the trash can. But that whole mask mandate is actually for people who are fully vaccinated. The problem is you're gonna have people who are gonna be like, hey, whatever. And with places like Walmart and stuff that's gonna get rid of it, then that just you're just letting people do what they want to do at that point. I know some other places are going to continue. I think Target and some other places we're going to continue to require until we feel good about it. But if I mean, I get my last shot tomorrow.
Then you got 2 weeks, brother.
Yeah. That's why I say it's going to be a transition, because I'm so used to just having a mask now.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like it to some extent, which is weird. I guess for some, but I just kind of like it. So I think it's going to be, I don't think as many people are going to drop it as we think at the beginning, but I think it's going to be more of a transition, because people are going to be like, okay, I don't have to have this mask. But people are so used to, we've done a year of it.
Yeah.
So I think some people are still going to be grabbing their mask once they getting out the car. So I think it's going to be a transition period. But I know we're going to have some people that's just going to be like, F it. Because they've been wanting to F it the whole time. So, yeah.
Man, have y'all seen that Will.i.am mask?
No.
I got it. I'm gonna send it to you in the group, man. That thing $300, but it's like a Bluetooth, and it has I don't want to say exhaust, but it's almost like a air conditioner in the fan. In the mask or whatnot. I was like,
oh man,
he's doing a lot, but I don't know if he didn't. I don't think he came out with it at the right time.
No.
We're about done with these, man. That's why I asked if you guys think it'll be okay, by the end of this year, we'll be done wearing masks, or do you think, because, it's a neat idea for this mask, and it just costs too much. And then nobody's going to be really wearing a mask like that anymore. So, I don't know, man. Next thing I just wanted to briefly mention, Hall of Fame induction was this past weekend. This is the one. This the one from 2020. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Eddie Sutton, Rudy Tomjanovich, Tamika Catchings, Kim Mulkey, Barbara Stevens, and Patrick Ballman as a contributor. All were inducted this past weekend. Vanessa Bryant, accepted it and, said her speech for Kobe, RIP Kobe. It's touching, because we don't get an opportunity to hear Kobe do his speech and everything. And Jordan went up there with Vanessa Bryant and, just stood by her. And that was the highlight of the Hall of Fame. I think this year we did find out who's was elected for this coming up year. And the big surprise was Big Ben from the Detroit Pistons. Ben Wallace from the Detroit Pistons. Undrafted and elected to the Hall of Fame, or selected. I don't think he officially got in yet, but I think that's an amazing feat, man. Along with everybody else that was voted as well. But just wanted to mention that and congratulate those guys and girls for getting in. Tamika Catchings actually was a Vol, or was a Vol. So go Vols all day, air day. What else? Bow Wow and Romeo potential versus.
This nigga gonna make sure he throw in some Bow Wow.
I had to throw that in there, bro.
He gonna make sure Bow Wow name get mentioned.
I had to throw that in there, man. A huge fan of Bow Wow's, man, back in the day, but I don't think they can. I don't think their music grew long enough for their verses to be interesting now.
You say you don't think it aged well?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I just don't think Romeo got enough fucking songs.
I mean, he got hits from like. I don't think he got as many songs as.
Name them hoes.
I can't name Bow Wow songs.
Okay, then.
That's what I'm saying.
If you can't name them hoes, then it's not gonna be good.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think it's gonna really. Like I get it. If they did one, I get why they would do one. Because I mean, like they were rivals. They were in
like 2 years.
Yeah,
I agree. Songs, nigga.
Right.
I agree. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna last.
Do it versus too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what's crazy? Ever since it went over the Triller, I haven't been interested as much, and I didn't even realize Escape and SWV was even having one, and everybody was like, "Oh, it comes on night." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Really? I was like, "Oh, okay." I really didn't see some ever since it went over there. I really haven't seen much of them besides the Ghostface and Raekwon, but that was because, and I ended up catching that after, and I don't know if it's because I don't have the convenience of it being on Apple Music, or it's just not like, or if they're not promoting it well. I just don't see it like I did before, you know. So it's kind of weird.
Well, I think personally, I think the verses are aesthetically better on Triller. I used to watch it on Instagram, and now I can watch it on Triller, and I can actually put it on the TV now. I ain't have a Roku player or anything, and then I had started watching it on Apple. But just the stage presence, or letting them actually being on the stage.
Yeah.
It's more concert like now to me. So that's
what it is for me. Because you said that, so you had the reverse effect. Now you can. Yeah. Whereas now I can't, because I have Apple. I have the, Apple TV. So I got Apple Music on there, and I could just hit it. Boom, I can see it. Now it's like, I got to get another app.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm cool.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I did the same thing as you. I was watching it through the Apple TV. And I would just watch it that way. But I ain't seen the last like 3 or 4 of them jumps, because I just been like, I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's interesting, to be honest with you. And I think it is the promotion, because I didn't even know SWV was even happening until after it happened. I thought people were joking. I was like, oh, they. And then I started seeing memes. I know y'all probably saw the memes. Where, we ain't gonna talk about it, but I think that's what it is for me too, though. Yeah. Nah, me and my wife was like, we're gonna watch that. So we sitting up here singing all the songs and stuff, man. Yes, I did sing SWV and Escapes.
I don't fault you for that, bro. I like Rain. I like Just Kicking It. Yeah. So like I fuck with them songs. Yeah, I just missed it. I just was like, no, I'm good. I don't see it though.
For sure. There's 2 more things, man. I just want to ask y'all this question, man. I was just scrolling Twitter, something that I don't usually do, and I saw that Mike Vick was trending, and people bring up his past about the dog fighting, and still are punishing him for it. And it's like, I get why you can still be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I get that part. But then I also get Mike Vick has done everything possible to kind of right his wrong a little bit. And I just wanted to get y'all opinion about how do you guys view Mike Vick and his redemption? And is that something that should be, like, is it possible to redeem him? Like, let's remove how great of a football player he was. Let's remove that part. But him as Michael Vick, how, what he did, he accepted it, and then went on, served his time, went on to try to redeem himself from what he did, versus somebody that does something bad. I can't really think of event, you know what I'm saying? But you do some type of crime and then you go back and you get redemption for it. Like, what are y'all thoughts on him?
I feel like let it go, bro. Like, unless it was like your dog, then like let it go, bro. Because if I found out that nigga had my dog Prince fighting and my dog Prince died and that shit, I ain't gonna forgive that nigga bad. But like, it ain't my dog, so I can't even really be that bad. I could be mad at the atrocity of the act and be like, yeah, this shit sucked, bro. You was fighting dogs and shit. But after a while, it's like, all right, he served his time. I'm hoping he apologized to whoever the fuck dogs they was. They might have been his damn dogs. Like, he fine at this point. We good.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, what else can he do at this point? I mean,
it's not like he relapsing.
Right. Yeah. Right. Again, now I was like, all right, bro, come on. Like, I mean, like you said, he served his time and he trying to do everything to right that whole situation. I mean, he can't bring him back.
Right.
So, I mean, leave, man. Like, people still talk about that stain on your shirt. They'll talk about it 30 times when they see you. Like, bro, you told me earlier I had this stain on my shirt. Like, he's telling me my stain. I know it's there, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just, I think, I don't know, man. I just look at it like, oh, what can he do? Like, it's like people that, like, it's almost like they want him to be killed for doing it. Like, yes, I think what he was doing was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
That's a far way to go.
No, I'm saying like, it's like, dude, I'm telling you, that's why I brought it up, because it was like, I was just scrolling Twitter and they was talking about it, and they was actually, I think he was trending because of a play that he did. Like, he threw the ball to Deshaun Jackson from like the 4-yard line to the 34-yard line, or something like that. I think that's what he was trending for. Mm-hmm. But they brought up his, the dog fighting thing, and then they was like, I don't know how long ago that was, about 10, 15 years ago. It's like, he's done so much stuff to promote, good dog parenting or something. I don't know what you call it. I'm not a dog parent. I don't have a dog. I had a dog. I loved that dog, but I had to give it away. But they literally was like, no, he needs to go, he doesn't need to be praised as a hero. Was the big thing.
Yeah. Niggas got that shit bad. Niggas got that shit bad. Yeah. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
I'm be honest, like, all the way live. They just a bunch of haters. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if the man served his time, he apologized. He hasn't relapsed. He's went on to do some great things, and you haven't seen him in the news at all. And then every time he comes out and does something like amazing, you down him by bringing up, dog fighter. I get it. The animal rights folks, they are MF, but at the same time, bro, it's a thin line between some, being a straight up hater. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, hey, if you listening and you think that about Mike Vick, you a hater.
You a hater.
like, move on, man. Go make some money. Go find you a girlfriend. Go buy you a couple dogs.
Go brush your teeth. Anything at all, bro.
Yeah. My goodness.
Man. I mean, they still talk about OJ. They talked about OJ till he finally did something.
That's true.
We finally got OJ.
I think OJ did it though, man.
Oh, man.
OJ did it and got away with it, man. That was the difference between them.
Yeah, that nigga didn't pay. He didn't pay it out. That's why them niggas was mad.
Right.
Oh yeah.
OJ. Man, how this man write a book saying if I would have done it? Like, come on, man.
He done confessed to people so many times.
I told my partner, I said, man, he should have took that W and just, man, disappeared.
Disappeared. Never heard of again, man.
But he got away with killing a white woman. Yeah, bro, I would have been somewhere so deep, wouldn't nobody be able to find me.
He went broke off of that, man. That's what happened.
That guilt ate him up.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Last thing I want to bring up, man, I saved this for last, just because we had started talking about it briefly before the podcast. But Joe Budden, and firing. Who did he fire? Rory?
Yeah, he fired Rory.
And Maul too.
He did fire Maul?
It was both of them, yeah.
Pretty much at a certain, well, I don't know, but it seemed like Maul just, but it's interesting because if they were like Maul and Rory say their contracts, they were percentage partners, then technically Joe ain't really firing anybody to a certain extent.
Fired. But it was like,
Joe being Joe, I guess so. But
he told them, man, don't come back.
it just makes it so hard to root for Joe. Like, you want to root for Joe, but he screws up everything.
Yeah.
Every time.
Music career, screwed it up. Slaughterhouse, screwed it up. Love and Hip Hop, screwed it up. Tahiri, screwed it up.
Man.
Hold on. Sin Santana, I forgot about her. Sin Santana, screwed it up. Podcast, screwed it up.
That man just catch L's for a living, bro.
Like, bro, what are you doing?
He be okay with the L's, though.
Yeah, that's true. He just like to catch L's, bro. That's where he make his money. He make his money out of catching L's.
But the crazy thing about what you just said, though, you named probably like 6, 7, 8, 9 things. He got paid off of that.
Hold up. Complex screwed it up.
10. He said he is a professional loser.
Does he still have the show on Revolt with Remy Ma and them?
I don't think they still do that shit. That shit wasn't good.
I'm just gonna blame it on Joe. It might not even be Joe, but on that, I'm just gonna say it's Joe most likely. Screwed it up.
Man.
Like, goodness gracious, Joe.
It was Joe.
Like,
He did it.
Wu-Tang Clan screwed it up. Got popped on. Consequence screwed it up. Got popped on again. Like, Joe. Don't. Oh man, the kids that ran up to his house, taking pictures outside his house, he ran after them. Got put on social media. Screwed it up.
That happened.
Yes, it did. It's footage of that shit.
Brother, party. I'm like, bro, you called up with him and didn't do nothing. You gave him a stern talking to. I just stayed in the house, dude. Like, shit.
Basically, he used to have some fire pool parties, and I don't see him anymore. So I'm guessing he screwed him up.
He screwed him up too, huh?
Yeah,
that's too funny, man.
I don't know, man. I try to like Joe so much, but it's making it hard and hard, man.
No, he do make it hard. It's like your child, bro. It's like seeing your child, and you be like, I love you, but you such a screw up. You don't do nothing. Your grades bad. Like, I gotta see you clean up. Like, I wanna do cool stuff for you, but I can't. I can't do nothing.
Because I can't reward this behavior. Then it's gonna continue.
Oh man!
And they take little subtle shots in him, Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I know Royce the 5'9" said the new Slaughterhouse, he liked to drop it, but Budden want to be Bobby so fucking bad. Talking about Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Then you watched the new edition biopic, and now you want to be Bobby so fucking bad. I was like, oh man.
Oh man, it just makes no sense, man. And now I can't get another Slaughterhouse CD because of Joe.
Because of Joe.
Yeah.
Damn,
It's
Joe
ridiculous.
Budden. Man, but the Joe Budden podcast, man, was a great run.
Yeah.
That was a solid run, man.
Man,
And the bad thing about it is how it ended.
Yeah.
I think that's the most surprise for me is like, damn, y'all couldn't end just on, hey, this is gonna be the last one. Or we, you know what I'm saying? And keep what should be private. Because he went on the show, they talking, and it was like, nah, bro, this is it. You're fired. Nah, but damn, man. I mean, I wonder what's next. I mean, Rory and Maul can probably come out with their own thing now, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, they got that famous tag, New Rory and Ma. Everybody knows it. Like, if they want to. And then the response was so well. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. It'd be very interesting, but they definitely could. We know Joe is probably going to have some new people on the show, and he's going to probably try to continue with it. But
they might need to drop that shit and just stick with the damn pull-ups he be doing. And I think that nigga be spreading himself thin. I think he be trying to do too goddamn much. Like at one time he was doing the podcast, the shit with Remy Ma now.
Yep.
He was doing the pull-up episodes and shit. He was doing I think he was still doing Love and Hip Hop at that time. I was like, nigga, you doing too much. Like, you need to chill. Because something is gonna be losing if you trying to do all these things at the same time. And obviously we can see there was some friction there. So
man, the pull-up was good though, man.
Yeah, those are good. I like those. Because it's just him. It's just his ass. You can't fuck it up. It's just you and the nigga you talking to.
Oh, don't you test him.
Shoot, I'm be honest. I think he done missed the pull-up up because I think the one that was supposed to get, there was one that's supposed to get released that never got released. What was that Maul was talking about? He said
the Crooked Agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing the promo for it and it never got released. And it was like, okay, what happened to it?
Trash.
Yeah.
The nigga trash for this shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I wish them the best, man, and good luck with whatever they
Joe needs to humble his goddamn self, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let him tell it he is, though. That's the thing, though. Let him tell it he is.
Yeah.
I have seen that change in Joe because he went from like wearing like just regular clothes to now designer, and I was like, wait a second, this is weird looking. I ain't used to seeing Joe
would not
like
let that damn hat go.
No, he wouldn't. after he said that, I was like, hold up, I did see a picture of Joe in like some like, you know what I'm saying, fashionable stuff, and it did look weird to me, but I shrugged it off. I was like, I ain't getting money, whatever. But now that he says that, I'm like, this is weird. This is a weird side of Joe.
I'm just saying, when I change up my wardrobe, don't be saying I look weird and shit.
Well, just
bro, if you start wearing the hats, I'm gonna get on your ass.
Yo, brother, if you starting to look weird, you starting to look weird. I'm tell you, man, we can't be real friends. I'm tell you.
Hey, I'm like, if it fits, then I'm like, it fits. But if it don't, I'm like, hey, bro, what you doing? You tried it? It's cool.
Look, be like Tommy over there getting money, man.
Hey, if you start acting how you dressing, then I'm be like, okay, something's wrong here. That's not right. This nigga acting expensive over here.
This nigga acting expensive.
What is wrong with you? You used to hook up your own radios. Now you
right. Nigga,
oh my goodness, this man drinking dang. What is that? Expensive water?
Perrier water.
Single bottles, the ones that don't come in the pack. This expensive. What's going on here?
What is going on with this guy?
Who is this guy? That might wear the Gucci stuff that don't look good.
Right.
You know, you see the models that be wearing. So you be like, why did they put that on them? That stuff just doesn't look right. That might got on sweatpants with a button down. What is going on here?
And some boots. And a damn cape.
Right. Come in with a cape. I just think got a cape on.
It's 92 degrees outside. We in Vegas.
He got a cape.
It's over with.
That might come in talking about
with a cape. It's over.
It's done.
That might come in here talking about some whoosh. You hear my cape sound? Whoosh. Brian, no. That man got the shirt that got the cape on it, but there's no sleeves. And you be like,
oh, dog.
It's like, sir.
Right?
Sir.
It's a Gucci cape, sir.
I got tears in my eyes.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness. Oh man.
That's too funny, man.
Oh.
Well, that's all I got for the news, man.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing.
No cape.
No cape at all. On to someone that doesn't wear expensive stuff and is very humble in his ways. We are talking about J. Cole. Man, this is amazing, having the album that he just dropped. Seeing J. Cole at this moment in time where we've been waiting for a little while, it seems like, and then we get this amazing J. Cole album off season. And then not only that, we're coming off the documentary, his announcement of playing ball in overseas, and just his tennis shoe. I think isn't he getting a tennis shoe?
He already got a tennis shoe.
Yeah, he had a tennis shoe.
He got them little Puma joints.
Yeah, the Pumas.
Really?
The
I gotta
tennis
go
shoe.
get him, man. Gotta go get him.
Yo, it's just J. Cole currently just isn't losing. I have to take a look at the Pumas. I haven't looked into them too much.
I didn't even know he had some.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we have to check those out.
Puma got some nice looking shoes, though, man.
Depending on which one you get. All right?
Yeah.
Depending on which one you get.
All of them not, but
No, not
they got
at
some
all.
nice little colors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Absolutely.
kind of basic.
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
Yeah, that's
It's bad.
Okay.
They look pretty good. Absolutely. So with all that, and then he drops off season, and just what he was able to do with this album and the reaction and how many people are listening to this album, we had no other choice but then to talk about this album. Plus, a homie O was not able to make it, so was able to push this up. So we'll get you next time, O. But man, let's get into it. This is an amazing album. I really can't wait to see the numbers on this. And then just kind of see where J. Cole goes from here. But first off, man, first reactions when you turn it on. What was y'all first reactions from when you turn it on? What is your first reaction till you completed your first listen? Yo, let's start off with G, man, and then we're gonna hit Tommy, and then we're gonna roll down to the other half of acronym music. Mr. Dat Boy D.
Yeah. Man, bruh, that just came on. Killer. I was like, this nigga got camera. What the fuck, bruh? And then like the beat come in. That shit hard, bruh. That shit hard. And it's the perfect way to start the shit off and set the tone, bruh. Because that song cold as fuck, bruh. It's very well put together from the Cameron narration to the accent of the Lil Jon chants. Like that shit is hard, bro. Like just all the way out. And I like how Cole come in so casual, but then he ramped the shit up midway after he like for real like lay down like, okay, this is my accolades, this kind of shit I'm doing, motherfucker. This is me, this who. And then he like, bitch. And he come in that motherfucker, my pen of the paper is lethal, and go in from that point in. And it's like, oh, okay, I know what I'm getting now. I know where the fuck we finna go. And that's what you get throughout, like song for song, bro. Like from there on, you just get straight up fucking slaughter fest from beginning to end, bro. It felt good. It really reminded me of when I first listened to like Friday Night Lights and shit. Like it put me in that kind of mindset of like Two-Face from Friday Night Lights. That motherfucker hard. And so I just really enjoyed getting some new Cole music, first of all, but then second of all, for it to have come out the way it did with the rollout, like him doing the LA Lakers freestyle and doing the documentary, and then also announcing that he was playing ball overseas. Like this nigga came with some like supreme confidence. Like I'm finna give y'all niggas some real shit. Like I'm really finna give y'all niggas some real shit. Y'all don't even know, but I'm finna give y'all niggas some real shit. This shit finna be cold. And then backed it up. Like the shit come on and you don't be like, it was all right. It's like, nah, nigga, this shit fine. I'm gonna listen to this whole again now. Like,
Absolutely.
soon as it go off, you want to play that whole back because it's good. It's just fucking good. So that was my first reaction.
Tell me, T.
Cameron? Like straight up, that's if you gonna make an album and you're gonna have somebody else be the first person you hear, that was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, just riding through the album itself, the ending of that song, I think that was 95 South, right?
Yeah, 95 South.
The ending of that song, ending it with Lil Jon, I was like, man, you can't make that any better. Like that was it. You know? And then just riding through the rest of the album, bro. It's like the features he had on there was hidden. He had Lil Baby in there, like hidden in there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, this the Lil Baby, the song he did with Lil Baby, but it was like, oh shit, Lil Baby is there. Mm-hmm. You know? 21 Savage came through, Moray. You know, it was a good feeling to see or to hear Moray on that album because I got the feeling of how Jay-Z did J. Cole, like on the Blueprint 3. I think I was talking to y'all about it or brought it up to y'all. Yeah. Because I think J. Cole was on the Blueprint 3, but it was just for a chorus. You know what I'm saying?
He had a verse, didn't he? Did he? Yeah.
I think so.
Every Day a Star Is Born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it just put me in the mindset of that just because it's like, that's huge. That's big for Moray. He knows that everybody's going to be listening to this song and he just on that thing singing it. You know what I'm saying? Then he just recently came out with this stuff, bro. It was just huge and just the flow of the album and what he was talking about. I was just thoroughly happy for this. And I was like, the first thing I said after I listened to it was, I'm going to be bumping this joint like I was bumping KOD. And nice. I listen to KOD still today. So
says a lot.
Right.
Yo, D, what first reaction, man?
Man, I hate to sound redundant, but killer.
Right.
Okay, so I don't think people understand the level of the shit talking that Cam brings. Like that nigga level of shit talking is like when he sounds so slick when you listen to him, like he a New York nigga, so they got a way of talking. I don't know if he, one of y'all from New York, but the New York niggas got a way of talking, man. And you be listening, and sometimes they can polish that turd up and make it into a gold.
Yeah.
And when that man was talking, and he just like, yeah, y'all know what it is. Like, I like Cam cadence, and I was really hoping he had a little verse on that. I really was. But I mean, J. Cole just kind of like, bro,
he just ate it.
I don't know if I wanted a verse on that.
There you go. That's the rapper speaking right there.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm very confident in the pen, but I'm gonna let you hack this one, bro. And I told G, man, I was like, man, and it sounded like the thing was going forward, bro. Like the way the beat sound, how he came on it, and like Cam was the horn, the boo, like Cam was the horn, and J. Cole, when he came in on that second one, that's when he led the horses straight into everybody. I tell you this, if Jon Snow had that kind of confidence, then the last episode would have been real short.
Man.
And I just, for the rest of the CD, man, I wanted to nitpick to see if I could find a weak verse. It ain't nothing. Like, bro, it's like a chain link fix, bro. Like, and it's nothing in this CD to make you go, no, he could have did this. It ain't nothing that man could have did. Like from the 12 songs to even his features. I wondered if he had to tell his features like, nah, man, I'm gonna need you to come a little harder, or did they just, nah, this J. Cole, man, I gotta come like this, or it ain't gonna work out for me.
Good point. And we're gonna get to features real soon.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna round it out, man. For me, of course, man, Cam. When I heard Cam voice, as a big Dipset fan, I heard Cam and I just lost my mind. And then when I get to the point of hearing Lil Jon, I was like, wow. He put Lil Jon in there. So not only that, and just hearing that first part, that first song, 95 South, I went through a lot with it because at first I was like, whoa. First off, Cam is on the record with J. Cole. J. Cole is Jay's man. Cam and Jay had an issue. Wow. And then the beat, if you listen to the first part of that beat, it sounds like one of those old Jay-Z beats. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then when Lil Jon was on there, I was like, wow, why is Jon here really? And I was like, but it made so much sense. I kind of, the same thing as D, I feel like Cam was like that introduction at home, like, hey, we coming. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, midway, you got some more Cam, like, yeah, we here. And then now you got Jon, like the celebration, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we done this already. But then I paid attention to the song, to the name of the song in 95 South. You know that highway runs from New York all the way to Florida. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So think about it. You start off with Cam, then you get J. Cole kind of in the midst of that. So you got New York, then you hit that South Carolina, and then you full on hit the South with Lil Jon at the end. I was like, bruh, this is genius. This is like crazy. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I did. I was like, what in the world? I don't know if I was supposed to or if that's what he meant to do, but I was like, this has to be like what he was doing. So cool. I thought that was like crazy. But then as you know, I get to the end of the album, the songs are kind of short. So I feel like he's punching you like in a boxing match, like pop, 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 you know what I'm saying? And then you get some long ones. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just so easy to just let it start again. Mm-hmm. Before you know it, it's starting again. I'm like, I'm just going to let this ride. Yeah. I think I let it ride like 5 or 6 times and I just didn't switch it. I was like, I'm just enjoying this. So that was my first reaction to it, and my first reaction hearing the first song. Speaking of which, let's get into it. Let's get into it a little more. And like, what I mean is, you know, I just kind of went on 95 South and how I kind of figured this whole thing. 95 South isn't my favorite song, but it is one of the ones that made me really it set the tone for me to pay attention to everything else. I will say that My Life is my favorite record on there. But one of my favorite lines is a line that's down on, I want to say it's on the one called, I think it's called Closed. Is that what it's called? Close. Closing. Yeah, Close. And he says, y'all taking boxing classes, but y'all still pussy. And I was like, wait a second. Who are you talking to, Cole? At that moment, I was like, hold on, who are you talking to? Because we saw a lot of people doing a lot of boxing classes. We saw Meek. We saw Tip. We done seen Ross. We done seen who else?
Nigga, Soulja Boy.
Yeah, Soulja Boy. Like, we've seen so many people post on social media that they're showing boxing classes, but then for Cole to be like, y'all taking boxing classes, you still pussy. And I'm like, who you talking to? like, what happened here? So that's just one of them lines that just made me be like, uh-oh, wait, what's going on? Of course, there's plenty more in there that I want to get to, but I'm not, because I want y'all to drop like what was one of your favorite records and what was one of your favorite lines. If you don't know the favorite line, don't worry about it. I just want to know what was one of your favorite records. But if you got both, let's do it. Let's start with D this time, and then we're gonna go backwards, back to Tommy T, then the G.
All right. I like Flying Pressure. That was one of my favorites. And I like it because he said, instead of capping, why don't you rap about why don't you talk about being a broke rapper? I don't understand that. Bruh, because being a rapper, depending on the level you at, you could possibly be a broke rapper, my guy. And a lot of people, like if you realize it, if you just sit back and think, you'd be like, oh, bro, a lot of people just ain't living like that, man. And a lot of people just scared to just tell their truth. And I feel like that's what he's saying. Like, bro, just tell us about you, bro. Like, he ain't gotta act like that, because a lot of these folks ain't even got it like that too. So you ain't gotta act like you got it. He ain't got it either. He's standing right there beside you, acting just like both of y'all act. It's like, bro, like I said, if you're not at the level where you can get paid for shows, and if you ain't selling 5,000 CDs out your trunk and stuff, you probably are a broke rapper, bro. We don't make no money from rapping. We just like rapping. So, I mean, if we didn't have jobs, we'd be broke rappers too. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. So, Applying Pressure, that's one of my favorites. And I like Pride is the Devil, because that's exactly what that shit is. And he was saying a lot of real shit on there. And I was liking a lot of the stuff. Even Lil Baby had said, he said he got like 5 homes now. And now he's seeing the bigger picture. So I feel like he kind of growing up as a rapper and as a man at the same time, because he started realizing that a lot of this stuff, it's all fake, no way. And you got to put your money where it counts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those two of my favorites right there.
You know what's so crazy? Me being a realtor, and I'm gonna get to you, Tommy, real quick. Me being a realtor, I be picking up a lot of real estate lines. The fact that you pulled up that line about Lil Baby saying he owns 5 homes, so now I'm seeing the bigger picture. There's a line in Applying Pressure where Cole say, I own more real estate than Habitat for Humanity. And I was like, whoa.
Bro.
Whoa.
That stood out to me too, bro.
I was like, whoa. So, man, it's definitely a lot of jewels being dropped within this album. Tommy T, favorite song, favorite line?
Favorite song was My Life. The favorite line, like, bro, it's so hard for me to say what's a favorite line. But he was like, my family tree got a history of users that struggle with demons, not really the hustler instincts. Therefore, often my pockets was empty. So while some of my partners were serving up rocks on the corners, the project assemblies, I was starting to envy, want to be on top, where it's plenty, want to be in the spotlight, where every bitch want me, like Rihanna dropping new Fenty. That stood out to me just because I did want to be that guy. Like, gotcha. No, all bullshit aside, man. I always wanted to be the guy that people went up to. Was like, hey, man, you really dressed well. Where you get these from? Wanted to be the guy, the man on top of the hill, you know. But it wasn't. I couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wondered how were people able to get these cars? I was always the wingman and never the guy, you know? And it just stood out to me that way because that was my life, you know what I'm saying? And I just like that song, man. Like, I literally started the album there. Listen to that twice and then let the album play until I get to it again. So, man, there's so many things that stood out to me though, but to name one, that would have to be it.
G, what you got?
Nigga, okay, first of all, nigga, y'all know what the fuck I'm finna say. Y'all know what the fuck I'm finna say. Yeah. First of all, before we even get into favorite songs or any of that shit, this nigga J. Cole, Jermaine fucking Cole, this nigga said, see how they clapping when your 30-song album do a measly 100,000. A measly 100,000. And just to throw it back right quick, Rory kept talking about he hated that Joe kept saying that he was measly. But like, nigga, this nigga said when your 30-song album do a measly 100,000. And I was like, nigga, yes. This is what I keep saying to niggas. It's like, why do they keep overloading these fucking playlist ass albums? Like, absolutely. I don't need 30 songs from no nigga. Now, I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't give me 30 songs at the same time, bro. Yes, give me 30 songs over time. Like me and Derek was talking the other day. It's like, nigga, you can give me 3 projects out of that shit. Fucking give me 30 songs. Exactly. I'm not gonna listen to them hoes. I'm not gonna listen to all 30 of your tracks, bro. I'm gonna get fatigued at like 17 and be like, fuck this shit. And just be like, bro, I just have to miss that shit. Like, oh well. And then somebody bring it up and be like, all right, bro, you gotta check out such and such song. Then I might go listen to it individually. I'm not finna go through a full 30-song album, bro. The fuck? Hell no. And so, like, I really like 95 South, like I said earlier. But I also like My Life, like y'all noted. I just think it's a well put together fucking song. And I like that I think J. Cole and fucking 21 Savage, they got something, goddamn it. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But I like that song, and then I really, really, really like The Climb Back. Like, even though that song was released before this shit came out, revisited that whole in the context of this album and just like hearing how he was snapping on that motherfucker, which is something I already knew when I heard it at first, but then like putting it together with the rest of these songs that he's snapping on as well. Cause I gotta be honest, when I looked at the track listing before I started playing the album and I saw that The Climb Back was on it, I got kind of nervous because I was like, oh damn, he like slipped that motherfucker in. Like he needed a snap track or something. Yeah. And I was like, then 95 South come on and you like, oh shit, he snapped on that hoe, maybe not. So like you go through the rest of them and The Climb Back damn near at the end of the album. And it just fits perfectly, bro, because he fucking rapping on that hoe, bro. Like it's so many fucking lines in that first verse that he put on there that it's ridiculous. But I think like my favorite part from that is like right at the end of the first verse when he says I'm known as the chosen one. And then he say, another dead body lay frozen. That's how it goes sometimes when niggas weighing coke and not the pros and cons. And that shit stuck out so hard to me. I was like, weighing coke and not the pros and cons. Like, god damn, nigga, this how you going? And then he say, well, I ain't with that sleeping underground like a gopher, so I go for mine. I was like, this nigga just, he knew at that point.
Right.
He was there. Like, if he was really, that's why he got his shit to Climb Back. It's like, if he was trying to get his pen back sharp, he knew at that point, oh yeah, I'm back, nigga. I'm back. And you know when you get to that point, when you just hit that shit and you just be like, oh nigga, I'm in this hoe. Fuck you, man. I'm in this hoe now. Like, I think that's what happened with that shit. And I really like that track, bro. I really like that track.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy that you bring up that part. And now that I look at the album, I'm like, The Climb Back. It's like in the order of him. Wow, I didn't even see that at first until you said that. Like at that point, he realized his pen. Like so you got 95 South, and then you got Amari, and then you got like My Life, and then you got him about applying pressure, and then punching the clock, which is kind of like him having to go to work. 100 mil. Him being kind of at his highs and his lows. Pride is the devil, which is probably something that he suffered as he fell. And then Dad would let go my hands, which is like, I guess that's kind of like him finally letting go of whatever it was. And then you get the interlude. And then probably it's the brief period of him pausing for whatever. That whole time of him, kind of like in the documentary, the whole time of him kind of struggling with comfortability. And then you get the Climb Back is when he's like comes out of that. And then you get the close, which is him pretty much closing this out. And then you get him Still Hungry with Hungry on Hillside. I could be reaching, but I really feel like that might be how this goes. Just kind of his journey from, that point of wherever he, had been to him getting to where he's at, which is incredible. Man, it's so many lines in there that I can't mention them all. Like there's one that stands out to me a lot in him talking about his squabble with Diddy. Also in that whole song where he talks about how he wasn't always the tough guy, but he played hard and most of the time it worked. And sometimes people would try to pull his card and he'd be squabbling with his life. And he said, yeah, like my last squabble was with Puffy. I bought a CD, in high school, you would think I was his fan, but now I know too much, but ignorant is bliss. Or is it that innocence is like mixing something with a clip? And I was like, oh, Cole in his bag. I was like, Cole's in his bag.
Then he ended that whole with the Diddy prayer.
Yes. And I was like, oh my goodness. So with that and kind of going through kind of where and kind of like how that album goes in its growth. Where do you think this album particularly sits in his catalog as far as rating? And then also, do you think that this is his album? This is the album of J. Cole turning that corner? And for example, like we seen Jay, Big Pimpin' Jay, Flashy Jay, to watch the retirement, to coming back and kind of being more grown about rapping, to Watch the Throne, to now like this, like I can't even explain what Hove is right now. He's like on another level.
Yeah.
With his dreads too, which is incredible. I wish I had hair so bad. But seeing who Hove is now, do you think that this is this the album where we see J. Cole turning that corner, or has he already turned the corner and now we're just seeing him ascend once again? Let's start with G, and then let's head over to D, and then back with Tommy T.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I can say is the way that I felt about like listening to this version of J. Cole is that I don't know if I'm saying he's turning a corner or what. God damn it, the nigga just it's weird. He just sound like a hungry rapper, bro. It might just sound like a nigga that just started and he trying to prove to everybody that he's worthy of being in the game. And which is fucking ridiculous because this nigga got all the accolades that you could possibly want. Like this nigga even talked about it. Like Cole been going plat since back when CDs was around. Like nigga, he been doing this shit for a long time at a high level for a long ass time. Got all the accolades, got all the cosigns. Everybody know this nigga's name. Even the haters. The haters use him as like the go-to thing to hate. Like they call him boring and shit. And then like for him to come back with this kind of fucking heat, it's just like, where do you even get this kind of inspiration from this late in your career? This nigga 36 years old out here doing the fucking most right now. I read a tweet on Twitter and it was like his manager was telling him about like how the people were receiving the album and he was at a fucking scrimmage, like playing basketball. He was like, this nigga at his whole other job, not giving a fuck. Like, that's how focused and locked in this nigga is. Like he just got a different fucking mindset right now. And it's crazy. I can't really speak to like the Jay comparison because I'm not as big of a Jay-Z fan as I am of J. Cole. And I also just don't feel like I was present for enough of his career to really make the comparison. But I've seen Cole's kind of like from start to now. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's where I'm at. It's just like, I don't know.
I know you got one artist that you've probably seen kind of grow like that. Because it doesn't have to be Jay. It could be Nas. It could be
well, I guess you said
T.I.
Tip earlier. You said Tip. And I kind of have seen Tip's whole thing. And Tip, what would you say Tip's transition period is? Like what album? Because I would say like Paper Trail.
I was just going to say Paper Trails.
Okay.
Paper Trails will be it.
I don't know if I would say this is his Paper Trail, because I feel like this would be if Paper Trail was like, because Paper Trail was good, but I don't know if it gave me this same kind of feeling for T.I. Like I don't think I felt like T.I. had. I feel like he shifted into a more. He shifted into another gear, definitely. But I think it was more like I'm about to be like a bigger artist now. Like I'm not gonna just be like the nigga from Atlanta that just runs shit in Atlanta. I'm gonna be like a global artist and shit. I think Cole was already a fucking global artist with like 2014 Forest Hills Drive and shit. That's what did that for him. So this would be like 2 albums after Paper Trail. What's 2 albums after Paper Trail for T.I.?
Shoot. I gotta look at the catalog because I'm scared I'm gonna put one there that.
And that's the problem because like niggas gonna look back at this and they ain't gonna be like, I gotta look and see. Like they gonna know that the 2 albums after fucking Forest Hills Drive, or not the 2 because For Your Eyes Only came out as well. I forgot about that one. But like 3 albums after that, I guess. The 3 albums afterwards, the 3rd album was fucking The Off Season. Yeah, we know. Because he reawakened in this motherfucker.
Right.
Like it sounds like a revitalized Cole.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
D, what you got?
Yeah, man. That's definitely, man. Like shit. Like it's hard to categorize that man right now, man. It's damn. It's like seeing Jordan hit 45. So like when Kobe hit that 80. Like, where do you put this nigga right here? Like
Yeah.
I don't know if this is his. I thought I would say he already turned that corner. I think he went in the store on this one, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think that nigga walked into a building on this. That nigga turned the corner and made it to his destination. This CD is just, it's a complete album, bro. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to skip nothing. Mm-hmm. One thing I was surprised about, he didn't have nothing, I guess a little bit more geared towards the ladies, but let's just give you another indication of where his mind is right now. He ain't got time for this shit. I'm finna kill some shit. Yeah. I'm finna kill some shit right now. Even with the LA Leaks freestyle. And he was
man.
When he said he had 2 girls in the bed, he said, she gave me head and that was your turn. I was like, bro, who is this nigga? I said, is this the girl in my dreams, nigga? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So this is a totally different nigga right here, man. So, yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely not the turning the corner part though. I can't even call it, but I think I'm stuck too on where to categorize him. This shit's just so amazing. I don't want to prematurely give it a rating like that. And I'm hearing he got more in the tuck. So if he got one more of these sitting around,
right. Just on the shelf, man. Get this one today.
Pull that one down today. Tommy T,
man, where would I put this? This is the best album he's done.
Okay.
I agree.
I would say that. He has substantially improved every album to me from day one. You know, he still like those older albums are still banging. You know, they're classic Cole, but now we got 36-year-old J. Cole, NBA basketball player, or we can say that. Dreamville leader, CEO, or whatever you want to call it. He's lived at this moment, you know, and the things that he's rapping about are different. So he turned the corner to me on what's the album before KOD?
That Forest Hill Drive?
No, that's For Your Eyes On.
For Your Eyes On. Yeah, I think that was it. Like, is that the one he was talking about? It was Forest Hill Drive when he was talking about his life, like growing up in North Carolina and stuff like that. Yeah, it was that one. He just hit another gear. That's all there was on this album, man. It's like,
I got a question for y'all. Go ahead.
he just hit another gear, man, and it's like, man, to hear this album, to hear what he's talking about, man, and to see I'm thinking more so about the documentary when he started talking about how complacent he was getting in life, how he was thinking about where he is in his career and where he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, based off of this album, he got plenty more left.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even like in 12 songs that you listen to, like you listen to the album, but you can't listen to the album without listening to the whole album. You know what I'm saying? It's not I'm gonna skip here and then just listen to these, but you don't get albums like that no more. No. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always an album that you're gonna get where you're gonna skip at least one song. But this one, literally, every time I've listened to it, and this is like literally, I ain't listen to anything else. Like I got my singles out the way, And this is the only thing I've listened to and constantly listen to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Even when me and my daughter was sitting in the car listening to the album, we didn't listen to the whole album, but when we got out the car, I continued on listening to it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you got to finish it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I just think it's the best one he's done so far. Not to say the rest of them were bad, but I think they just have continually gotten better. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So we know he got another level to go. So that's it.
So
this
the actual,
scary.
I know, right?
It's fucking scary.
So the reason why I actually had that question is because we often see rappers just kind of hit a stride and then they may fizzle out and then they may hit another stride again. But in this case, I don't think he's fizzled out yet. For me, I'm an anime fan, so I'm gonna relate this to Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I feel like, so it's kind of a trick question. I kind of threw it out there for y'all, but for me, I think he's turned the corner already, and I think this man literally just turned the corner again. Like literally, like Goku hit Super Saiyan, and then he hit Super Saiyan 2, and we was like, the hell? Like how far is this gonna go? And right now, you kind of just see where he's at, and then relating it to sports cars, like if you know how to shift gears in a car, like man, you get the third gear. Goodness gracious! Like it's one thing to hit, that first, then that second, but when you feel that transmission drop, and you probably hitting about 100, that's a different level of like fear. It's a different level of being calm. It's a different level of everything. You like, all right, I'm moving. And I really think that Cole, like, he ain't just turned one corner. I think he just turned the second one. And like, if he ends his career off, on the next one, then I'll be absolutely fine. But if he continues, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think anyone's gonna. I haven't seen nobody do this ever besides probably Jay. And maybe, it's probably Jay. I want to say Wayne really bad, but I can't because Wayne only hit best rapper for like 2 years, and then he kind of just stayed there. So that was kind of why I wanted to bring up that question to see how we felt as far as Cole's ascension, growth from here to now. And like, I think we all agree he's got, if he wants to continue to go, we know he got more in the tank. And with that being said, we got to move, Cole seems to, what I've seemed to know is Cole's at that point where like, you get on record with him, you're going to have to be astonishing. Damn near perfect. And as we see the features on this album, there's not many. And actually looking at the playlist, I'm actually it's still up. Looking at the playlist, I'm surprised because Black is on there, someone named Boz, Lil Baby, Boz again, 21 Savage and Moray. And of course we get to feature the cameos, I would say, from Killer Cam and Lil Jon.
And
there's not
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, there's not many people on here. So, one that I want to stick out, and this is gonna be a 2-part question. One thing is, all right, is he really, well, we know he's at that level, he make folks better. Like, you just gonna have to. But are there some people, one thing is, are there some people that you think, we always hear the stories about, man, he just didn't get a verse in on time and he didn't make the album. Do you think some of these songs is just that? Where some people may be missing? And then the other part is, for the people that's on here, like, I really think 21 Savage, like this, I become a fan more and more, and it seems like him and Cole hang out more and more, and I feel like whatever it is, his cup is overflowing, and 21 Savage is catching all of it, because this verse that's on there with him, 21 Savage, yo, like, what, like, goodness gracious, man. Like if you listen to that and then listen to 21, like earlier stuff, and like I would never thought seeing 21 Savage just kill a verse like that and like really be as lyrical as he was on it. Like it was just amazing verse, and I can't wait to see what else 21 Savage does. But do y'all get that same feeling of like, all right, Cole, like really, I don't know, like whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, these features fit perfectly. And then also, like I'll be honest, 100 mil, when I first heard the record, and that little part where it's like 100 mil, you know, the first person I thought about that I really wanted on the record was Wayne. I was like, Wayne would have been perfect just saying that 100 mil part. Like, that's it. Just say it. Wayne would have been perfect. But then I'm like, dang, did Wayne just miss the album? Did Cole not think about this? Did Wayne even want to be on the album? Did Cole even care? But of course, you know, who's to know? I'm sure he would never tell us. But it's a couple parts in there. Like we said, man, was Cameron going to get a verse? Like we was like, oh, is Cameron gonna have a verse on there? You know, it's a couple on there where like I'm like, dang, somebody like there was I think on Applying Pressure he mentions not Fred the Godson. Crap, why did I just lose his name? He mentions Dave East.
Yeah.
And then after he mentions him, I'm like, dang, was Dave East supposed to be on here? Because now I'm like, Dave East could be on there, and it could be me just overthinking. But I'm like, Dave East would be perfect. But why ain't Davies on here? When it mentions Davies, you know, like, did Davies just miss the album? What happened? So man, I'm just gonna throw the ball up. Whoever want to catch this one, what do y'all think? Do you feel like that, or do you think it was just kind of like Kobe and Cole? He don't have a lot of features. The people who was on there was perfect, and that was just it.
I honestly, I do think that. I think it's as calculated and well thought out as this album was. I think if somebody was supposed to be on there, they would have been on there. Like I just don't. I do not think that. And then especially with so much time, they had to wait on this CD. Yeah. I feel like he would have got that feature. He would have got that hook. He would have got all of that. So yeah, I think he did this exactly the way he wanted to do it. And I think he kind of just put this out there and he just walked away. He knew he was going to eat. He cooked and went and got in the shower. He didn't even ask us how the food tasted. There was nothing left. And the sink, all the dishes in the sink. That's exactly what he did.
That man left his hand up when he shot the 3-ball and walked out.
He shot that bad boy and walked back down the court.
Yeah, that's money. I got something else to do. Y'all enjoy that. Man, who else want to take a shot at it? Or does everybody kind of agree?
Nah, I totally agree. Honestly, I was like, he didn't need the features on there. That was on there. The features that was on there were like cherries on top. Because he killed it by himself. You know?
That is facts.
Yeah. The 21 Savage, like, I don't know, we talked about it before. I brought it up before with 21 Savage that he's gotten better. Like, he has been on a growing trajectory. From his first stuff to now. He just has linked up with a person. It's like being an NBA, I don't even want to call him a rookie, but being a rookie, right? Mm-hmm. And your teammate is LeBron James. And let's get even more extreme. Your teammate is Kobe and you play behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing your job is to make sure is to watch him, Kobe, and get better like Kobe did. And that's 21 Savage to me, linking up with J. Cole. Like, yeah, I think they are an amazing duo. Everything that they have been on together has been a smash, you know, and both of them have brought it. And I think that's what J. Cole does to especially 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was perfect. Like,
I agree with that, man. I think that it was definitely like Derek said, very calculated. I think if somebody was supposed to be on this motherfucker, they own that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's like some stuff where it's like, this was supposed to get up there, but then it didn't quite pan out. Because honestly, I don't want it. I don't even want the shit. Like, now that I've heard this version of it, like, I don't even want the shit. I don't care who the fuck is supposed to be on there. Like, leave the shit off and let that be what it is. But like, as far as the 21 Savage and J. Cole connection, man, like that shit is a budding chemistry, bro. Like we saw it with a lot. Like we saw it on there. We saw that shit being fucking perfect because that's a perfect ass song. But like, then you come back and I don't even know that this is gonna feature 21 Savage.
Right.
And then he comes in, I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Again. Like, again. We're gonna do this again. Okay, cool. And he goes through and he does exactly what he's supposed to do. It sounds fucking perfect again. And I'm like, these niggas got something going, bro. Like this is like a budding Drake and Rick Ross type of thing going on. Where it's like these niggas just work. Like for whatever reason, them together works on the track. They just have a good chemistry and do that shit more often. Like, it's as simple as that. Just do that shit more often. We don't necessarily need a whole project, I don't think, but just do the shit. Like when you get a chance, goddammit.
It's Tuesday, man. Just come out with something.
Just send us some shit for fun, goddammit.
Right. Absolutely. Man, and not to mention, this is the only verse from Lil Baby that I think he did not wash everybody. I think that thing was perfectly blended. It was amazing how Lil Baby came in. You didn't even know he was coming in right off of Cole's last word.
Oh yeah, that was a nice ass fucking toss-up, bro.
That was amazing.
That shit was beautiful. He did the Miami Heat jump with the LeBron and Wade jump.
Wade.
Absolutely. And Lil Baby's verse was no slouch.
No.
And then, you know what I'm saying, going back to My Life and Moray just having the perfect voice for it. And like Moray I've been talking about Moray for a long time.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big deal. I just feel it.
Oh, for sure.
He just got to
keep going.
He just got to keep going. Absolutely. And it's so cool that y'all bring it. First, I want to say a little bit from 21 Savage's verse, and then I want to go on my next and final question. Man, I just love it the way that 21 comes in because he's like, say what? The stuff that I've seen got me traumatized. Yeah, I'm gonna say it dramatically. All right? I'm not gonna rap this shit. This is just how good this verse is, and it's coming from 21. He said, say what? This stuff that I've seen got me traumatized. I let the K go when Johnny died, swinging that motherfucker side to side. Nigga, you know I could picture 21 doing that. I can see it visual. Like I was like, I was like, we don't participate. Ain't with squashing shit. All we believe in is homicides. Hey, I wish I could do the Denzel voice, like dude on Instagram. It would be amazing.
Man, that's good.
I got a good heart, so I send teddy bears every time we make they mamas cry.
Ooh.
I pray that my past ain't ahead of me.
That's hard.
When I'm in love, I love heavily. If you betray me, you dead to me. I disrespect you respectfully. I got some partners who left this earth. Maybe the pain made me a better me. Just know that they secrets is kept within them. I feel like the streets in debt with me. I gave my heart away to all the dog hoes cause that's who accepted me.
I love that line, nigga.
I do too. But I blame my pops for the shit cause if he didn't fail, he could have corrected me. Give all the props to my mama cause no matter what, she always protected me. I promise you, it ain't no checking me. Jump in the water, get wet with me. You want money or want to have sex with me? Can't let the ops or the law get the best of me. I get the answers, you get the texting me. I see chicken. You niggas is breast to me. Planted a seed, but it ain't sesame. Can't let you niggas or bitches grow next to me. Dog, Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how like good all them bars were. The fact that he gets so deep and intuitive, because if you listen to that last line, he can't let niggas and bitches go next to me, but he's talking about planting the seed, but he ain't talking about sesame. Look here. I posed that question and G touched on it already. Mm-hmm. Is it time for a J. Cole and 21 Savage little collab album? 7 tracks. Is it time?
Seven to be perfect. That seemed like something they'll do anyway. Mm-hmm. But that verse though, like I'm not trying to backtrack, but I kind of got to because I'm, referring like that's the. But bruh, that verse deep as shit if you really break it down. And like some stuff that stood out to me when he said his dad failed. Mm-hmm. And he corrected him, and bro, like I know if people heard that would speak to a lot of people, bro. Because I know a lot of people who probably would be better men if they had a man being like, "Hey, bro, I will slap the shit out you, right? Like, calm down, like little stuff like that. That'll keep you from stealing that candy bar. That'll keep you from, breaking their window, knowing that if I go home and I did this, yeah." I'm gonna get slapped. Like little stuff like that. And the not letting folks grow next to him, like, bro, everybody can't go. I saw a shirt. It was the McDonald's shirt, and it had, I don't know, I know y'all remember, it had Ronald McDonald and everybody that used to be all the little characters. And it's just Ronald now. They just say everybody can't go. I'm like, bro. Everybody can't go, bro. Such a fact. And it's not even sometimes it's no harm, no foul, bro. You just can't take everybody with you, bro. Mm-hmm. Take everybody with you. So a J. Cole and 21 album, I welcome it. Yeah. I welcome it, bro. They will break the internet if they drop the album. I believe it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They would jam Apple Music.
They gotta get Morgan Freeman to do the narration.
They will jam Apple Music up.
Man,
hey, either Morgan Freeman or Denzel Washington, one of the two. It'll be amazing. Tommy,
man, I welcome it. I definitely listen to it. I ain't gonna say no to it. Is it necessary? I don't think it's necessary.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But if that's what they're working on, shit, I listen to it. I'm definitely down for it, but
Gotcha.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, it ain't even got to make or break nothing, bro. I just want to hear it. like it ain't got to make or break. I ain't got to listen to it and be like, oh, it's the greatest shit ever. It's just, nah, I just need to hear it. Just be like,
just for the fun.
Yeah, okay. Y'all niggas really have been cooking up. I see how y'all got to this point.
Right.
I feel like this ain't like a lot in my life. Them ain't the first two. Nah. And if it is, then goddamn, yeah, we really need that. If that's the first two, if y'all came out the gate with that, then yeah, nigga, that needs to be a serious consideration. Y'all need to be thinking about that. But nah, if they got like other ones in the tuck where it's like, oh yeah, we kind of like this one, but this ain't the one we want to get y'all niggas, then like I'd like to hear them just too, just to see how the chemistry built up to the point that it is right now.
Yeah.
But going back to this nigga, 20 Run Right Quick, man. Like, this nigga put the whole, like, I don't know who the fuck Johnny is, but I know he talking about, like, his brother died, so I'm assuming that's his brother died. And so it's like, this nigga talking about his brother, his mama, his daddy, all the dog hoes that he gave his heart to. Like, this nigga gave me his whole existence, his whole life.
His whole life.
The damn song. It's my life. Like, this nigga for real gave me his whole life. And made it so fucking 21 Savage. Mm-hmm. like you said, like I can see that nigga waving the case side to side. Like that shit got me. Listening to that shit got me for real. I really did fuck with that shit.
You know what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You know what I visualize when he says that? I visualize Harlem Nights. 'Cause I think it's a scene in there where he's doing it. He's like, "You mother," and he's like,
I see your hoe.
Yeah. Stop shooting that hook. That's what I visualize. And I'm like, oh, this man's just 21 in his body. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, in the place of Arsenio. And I'm like, oh, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So, man, that's it, man. I think we done dissect this thing. Yeah. We can dissect this some more and probably go deeper. And that's going to take another hour probably. But man, I think all in all, man, it's an amazing album, man. I think we all agree that he just put out an incredible project. It was worth the wait. Yeah. And man, we just can't wait to see what's next, man. Can't wait to see what's next. So
nigga, not even just from him though. Like I feel like he just raised up the bar. Yeah. And I think whoever is coming after this, first of all, like if you ain't dropped your album yet, bro, like you probably need to chill.
You probably need to go back and do something.
You probably need to chill, my nigga, because it ain't it. Whatever you got, I'm pretty sure it ain't it.
Yeah, you might need to let this one breathe a little bit more.
Yeah. If you ain't already dropped your shit earlier than this. And then just let it go for this year, my nigga. Like maybe later on this year when it started to get cold outside and shit, like then you can do that. But this shit can breathe through the summer. Like,
for sure. You gotta let this breathe. Like summer releases. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if that's what you want, bro. Push that motherfucker back. It made me think about the conversation that we had about Drake, and we was like, does he have another gear? And we was like, do we have another level? Like, if you would have asked me that question about J. Cole at that time when we had that conversation, I would have been like, I don't know. I guess he probably where he at. He gonna be stuck there. That's as far as you can go. But that nigga said, fuck your bitch ass glass ceiling. like he broke this clean through that hole. Yeah. It was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna start building a new level in this bitch. And I'm really interested to see where people go from here. Because that shit is crazy.
Absolutely.
Man, I was going to say, before we get out of here, that the things that he talked about on this album are a lot of things that people struggle with. And it's a lot of things that he struggled with personally on this album. That's how we know that, okay, he put it's a lot of thought going into this project. But just on like he talked about pride, that's something people struggle with every day. Envy, that's something we all see people, envious people. Greed, poverty. He talked about that and stuff like that. So it's like just everyday topics. Still, one of the things I just popped up in my head just now was when he was talking about, I don't know what song it was on, but he was talking about when the more interesting stuff is talking about being a broke. One of you guys brought it up earlier. Talking about being a broke rapper. Just being just different subjects to rap about. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked about this, I don't know if we talk about it on the podcast or in the Slack, but how rap has been cornered basically. Like the top rappers are only talking about killing each other. Oh yeah, we was talking about it in the Slack. Yeah, when we was like, everybody's talking about killing, and you brought up the T-Pain said that people only listen to the beat, and I was like, that's a good thing because all the lyrics are only talking about killing, robbing, stealing, and fucking. You know, like that's some bad stuff to be talking about, man. But he was like the more interested. J. Cole on his album was talking about having the different things to talk about. Talk about real things like, hey, you broke and you out here rapping, leasing shit, and that doesn't make sense. Yep. So I just feel like he really opened up himself and allowed other people to kind of listen to him and then think about themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, bring your originality to the table.
Right. Absolutely.
So absolutely. That's what I wanted to say about this album. My final thoughts on it.
Man, hey, I don't think there's nothing left to say.
All right.
We all agree. It's an awesome album. I want to sit down with J. Cole and listen to it with him. I know he did that once with someone. Yeah. He pulled up at that crib. I want to do that with him. So, J. Cole, if by chance you listen, look, I would love to just sit down and listen to it with you. Yeah, pull up on me. I barbecue too. We'll get it cracking. We'll just chill. I got my shots, so we good. We good.
That's too funny, man.
Yeah, man. Tommy T, take us out, man.
I got you, man. The off season. That's another thing too, bro. This was the off season. This is the season. This is the part where you kick back, relax a little bit. Just imagine if it was in season. Anyway, J. Cole album, the off season. Album review by Speaker Geekers podcast with that boy D, Acronym Music. We got the whole Acronym Music with us today. Yeah, man. Great episode. Great conversation. Great album. Once again, thank you, J. Cole, for releasing this album, giving our need for good music to coming out. So appreciate that. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Speaker Geekers podcast. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts from. Follow us on Instagram at Speaker Geekers Podcast. I almost forgot that, man. On Facebook at Speaker Geekers Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Tommy T the Third. You got G at instantly_G. You got Steve at the great Steve O Steve. Derek, what is your Instagram, brother? Or your Facebook? What's your Facebook? You ain't have an Instagram last time.
No, I had one, but I don't really be on there. But you can always follow me on Facebook, man. It's just Derek That Boy Smith, DATBOI Smith. You know, I'll be on Facebook more than anything, so that's probably the best way to reach out to me.
All right, and there you have it. Looking for new music from Acronym Music anyway, because I'm a huge fan of them. Waiting on them. Still trying to get on the album, but you know, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, man, you guys got anything else to say?
Man,
look here.
Right.
Look here. If Cole ain't taught you something by now, it's the famous words of Allen Iverson, man. Practice. We talking about practice. Look here. Follow your dreams, man. Dreamville is not a phrase or a cool label. I think it's an action and a way of life. And we can see it clearly through Cole. We can see it clearly through everyone that's around him, even if they're not signed to the label. Man, go for it. Think about it. Cole is finna go play ball.
He played his first game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like many people leave college and many people leave college and don't, you know what I'm saying, that's it. There's no more playing ball. This man has been gone from school for a while and has worked his tail off to live that part of that dream. And if he doesn't get any further than this, I'm sure he's happy because he did it. So go for it, man.
There it is. Greg, you good?
I'm good, man. That shit was good. That's all I got to say. It's a good ass fucking album. Go listen to that whole some more. Enjoy it. It's very inspirational. Be on the lookout for some new shit from Acronym Music soon. I don't know when, but it'll come.
It'll come when you get it, man. There it is. With that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.